What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. I am so excited today. We got Jetwing Optimus Prime in the house. Look at all these freaking boxes. Oh my goodness. I've opened one box already, which I thought was the base because it was the heaviest and I was accurate. So check out this base. Check out the size. Absolutely massive. Incredibly cool. Already, I'm absolutely loving it. I got a buddy over who's going to help me assemble this. So it's going to take a while. Plus, we're probably going to have to assemble it in the middle of my room over there and then carry it to the spot. And he's just playing with a little gizmo. But yeah, look at this. So I'm not going to film me setting this up. It's absolutely ridiculous. I might show a few parts here and there like I did with Megatron, but hopefully no issues because I anticipate this to be the best statue in my collection. So let's get to it. Alright folks, so this is basically what you're greeted with once you open all the other boxes. So, you know, like I removed the base box, but you got like hundreds of parts here. I'm not going to count it, but you can see the two guns, billion of parts, part of the Jetwing, Optimus's body, legs, and this is a pillar that Optimus sits on, along with the drillers, and then just a billion parts. And I know a lot of this also goes to the base, but I did want to give you guys a size reference of how big this base is, you know, in comparison. You know, so, you know, here it is. I feel like I want to set it up here so I can have like a 360, but let me show it to you over there. So that's kind of the idea. So there's still a, good chunk of space there and there actually, which is quite nice. And then the wings are going to go up there and up there. So the base obviously fits. I am going to put it on top of something because it's on top of these. So I'm going to have it raised slightly, probably honestly just on my Lazy Susan or just some Blu-rays because I wouldn't really be able to rotate it. So I'll probably just put some old Blu-rays under. But yeah, I'm worried. Ooh, look at that. I cannot wait to get this complete. It's going to take multiple hours though, but oh my goodness. That base is magnificent as well. Absolutely love it. You know, so much, like all this, I freaking love that. The rocks, they're very similar. A little bit of like that, but the rocks and everything look great. This looks really good. There's a lot of little parts as well to this. But, oh yeah, Jupiter's freaking cock. I'm so excited to get this bad boy set up. Anyways, folks, let's get to it. Alrighty, folks. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up Jetwing here. I already moved Sentinel over there. This allows me free access to move around. And now I'm literally just going to have to pick them up. Although, like some things I don't have to assemble now to help reduce weight. But in reality, all I need to do is get everything on the back part of Optimus. So once I put Optimus here, I'm not going to put any of the things on, like his arms. It's just his back part to reduce weight. Like I won't do the pillars yet. One thing you have to do though is like, you obviously got to install this big bad boy and then all these little things, and these don't weigh a lot. But I'm kind of like done with the base for now. I'm not going to add anything else. Maybe the rebars because those weigh virtually nothing. This thing was definitely pretty heavy. Massive, massive peg. Now, of course, it does leave like a seam line. Like you can even see some fabric right here. I might actually remove it and try to remove that. But it's in the back, so I don't care. As long as the front, I can't see it, is all that matters. You know, so this looks absolutely amazing. This whole shockwave driller base with all these things, and you have to insert every one of those, you know, from each layer basically, and then some on the base. I absolutely love that. So that alone is just like, holy crap, that is so cool. You know, it's already getting quite big, and we haven't even put Optimus on. But yeah, this base is like, wow, it's so cool. So, yeah. What I do here is, you know, there's these bars here, so I have to boost it up a little bit. So I basically do old, like, Blu-rays I never watching, where these are, like, 20 years old. That way it can safely go over and, you know, land on this. You know, and this shelf is slightly lower, so I got a little bit thinner. But, yeah, we're basically, once we get Jetwing, all the back part and everything done, I'm going to carry and put him over there. And then we'll do like his arms and everything else, and probably put him a little to the right first and then slide him over to the left. And once he's done, I'll put Sentinel back. So still a lot of work to do, but we're getting there. Alrighty, folks. Kind of hard to see because of the background, but what we've done is we put Optimus's body, this thing, and then we're assembling the Jetwing. So check that out. This is what we've done so far. So it pegs in to there, and then it also rests here on the base to give that weight support. But I found it's going to be best, honestly, to just do the wings. And once I get that done, then I'm going to go put it right there, because then I don't need to do anything in the back. I just need to do the arms, the chest, the legs, you know, and the legs just peg in right here, arms here. It's just going to be a lot easier for me considering my tight situation. So we're just doing the wings first. So these are the small wings. The big wings are back there, and there's like a few parts like the freaking like whatever they're called, the things that, you know, shoot the fire out. But so far, this looks so freaking cool. No issues so far. Everything did peg in good, and the paint app looks really well done. As you can see, we got some massive pegs, and there's a light up feature in this, but I will not use it nor even test it out. The only light up I will use is Optimus's portrait, and if he has a chest one, I'll use that, because I like the chest one on that Dark of the Moon statue. But so far, it's looking really good, and man alive, this story has so much presence, and it's on like a lower bench. I can't wait to see it up there. But let's finish this wings and set it up there. Alrighty, folks, so here's what I've done. On the back part of this statue, there's only a few things you actually have to do. So on the back part of Optimus, there is 3 parts right there. And you could probably get to it, you know, from the side, but it's easier from the back. Now, assembling the Jetwing is kind of difficult. You have this, which attaches to this piece, which attaches to those 2. This attaches to that. And then these and those. But here it is, you know, and this is granted without the giant wing, which is going to attach on the front side. So I'm going to do that once I get it up there to, again, I'm trying to reduce weight at all costs because I don't want to damage anything. And I don't need to be in the back part. Now, there is a ton of amazing, cool detail back here. The back of the base, not much. You know, you have a few rebars, and these are all color-coded, which is really nice. You know, like yellow, yellow. So it does make the assembly real easy. And there's also that back driller there, but that shouldn't be hard. And then there's a few parts like these that go on the base. But this just has a ton of cool detail. These massive, like missiles, like type things that are boosting him and making him fly. This entire just Jetwing is absolutely so cool. You know, it's so intricate and detailed. You know, the patterns on the, you know, smaller wings look great. Really, really impressive so far. And everything has fit in good, although sometimes it's like kind of confusing which one's left, which one's right, because they almost look the same. I kind of wish they would label them L and R on the part itself. That way you could do it much easier. But so far, as you can see, I didn't need to assemble a ton yet. Just this, and then we'll do these wings after the fact, because they do actually just peg in right there, the massive wings. So now we can move Jetwing there, put the giant wings on, and then we can finish actually doing Optimus and finish off with the base. So let's get to it. Alrighty, so there we have it. Yeah, so the wings actually are not going to be blocking much outside of like this poster's being blocked a little bit. Not a big deal. And I may actually move the poster a little to the right. Just more directly behind Optimus. I still have plenty of space to put Sentinel. He's only yay tall. So the actual Jetwings are not going to block anything. So look at that presence so far. It's actually really crazy looking right now because there's no Optimus. It's just like that weird tiny body and a massive wingspan. You know, that wingspan is definitely really big. But it's very impressive, this wingspan. I really like this. For sure. Like, it's super, super cool. Yeah, I am loving this. And as you can see, nothing's blocking anything. Sentinel will fit fine. I could probably put Sentinel now back, but I'm just going to wait till I finish Optimus just to... So I might put parts there. So now let's just go ahead and get this done. Let's just finish it. You know, there's other unboxing out there. I just want to show you guys the whole thing done. Let's just do it. Done. Alrighty, YouTubers. We finally have Jetwing all set up. Now, it took me, let me think, Now, it was very difficult reading the instructions. To be honest, what I did is I watched Art Statue Collector's unboxing because I was really struggling like on the freaking like toes. That was like the hardest part, was just figuring out the freaking feet. So I believe I have it accurate now, and everything fits, and the upper body is actually real easy. Same with like the guns. The actual wings were semi-difficult. Some were, I found it a lot easier to assemble like the legs not on the statue. It wants you to put the leg on and then assemble. I found it easier just to assemble off and then just put the whole leg on fully assembled. And the wings, I sort of did the same except for the big wing. As you can see, it does fit kind of perfect. Like I can still see Sentinel real good. I can still see, Shockwave. So, boom. This is like the big final battle of Dark of the Moon. Optimus using his Jetwing to fight and kill Shockwave, and then have the final battle against Megatron and Sentinel Prime. So this is just the ultimate Dark of the Moon setup for me, in addition to Starscream, who was, big in that battle. And of course, you also had Bumblebee. Ironhide died, actually. You had Ratchet, Sideswipe. But, oh my frickin' Jupiter's cock, does this statue impress me. Like, wowzers. The presence is this, I would say, as big a presence, if not slightly bigger, than Wonder Woman on horse. Like, she's slightly taller, of course, at 55 inches. Really, that's due to the, sword. But, plus the horse is what makes this so the big presence. This has a ginormous base, the giant wingspan. Optimus has these gigantic, like, cannon-type arms, and it's just truly, oh my gosh, unbelievable. So let's check out the base. Now, this is definitely my favorite base of all the Transformer statues. I think it tops Shockwave. For a few reasons. One, it already has the two drillers that Shockwave has. Now, they're not as big as like those bad boys that are like, I swear, 6 feet. But it does have the drillers, and I really like how they added rocks to it. Like, it just broke through. And then this whole part is just absolutely crazy cool. This doesn't, it sort of has it like kind of the design right here. And then it has like these all throughout, similar, concept. And then, the bases match perfectly. Shockwave's base is still a little bit like wider and deeper for sure because of those drillers. But this whole area right here, plus this giant like pillar wall that Optimus is flying on, all the rebar sticking out, it truly is just a masterpiece. I really, really love it. I think it looks absolute top frickin' notch. Now, Optimus, the way he assembles, I think it's pretty secure. The whole jetpack is resting on this like pillar in addition to Optimus. And he has a fat, big peg sticking into his, upper torso. The arms have a pretty good peg that go in. They're pretty tight. I'd say the loosest part might be the legs. Like I could easily pull those two legs out. Some of the toes or whatever, I would say are kind of loose. But as long as you're not touching it, it's not going to fall out. And the chest has a ton of pieces as well, but they all fit in good. Now, there is no light up right here. Like this Optimus, there's a button right here. Check how bright that is. That's really cool. This one does not have that light up. I think that's a missed opportunity. They should have done the light up in those areas. Now, the battery for the eyes, I don't have the battery type. It's an LR41, not the LR44s like all the other Transformers. So I don't have a way of lighting this up. I do have to buy batteries that are even smaller, which means they're going to have even worse, battery life. The LR44s suck already. However, I will say this head is a step up from the, Dark of the Moon original head. Now, this is the battle damaged one, but, it's bigger. But, a lot of the fine detail of the portrait is definitely, improved. Even the eyes, they added this blue around it so it looks more lifelike when it's not lit. Where this one, you can't, even really see the eyes. It's just a tiny hole. So I like what they've done here. And they did this exact same thing on the Megatron, where they gave him like the red eyes with it turned off. So I think this is a really good thing that they've done. Now, they did not give you a portrait stand, like headstand. So I'm just using this one. This head will not fit on that stand, but I wanted to have like an unmasked head next to it. So I'm just doing that since this one has the mini bust. So this, I'll probably actually never use this head. I want the battle mask head because of the nature of what this is. You know, he's in the midst of battle. He's flying. He's having his battle mask down. This one does not make sense, but it does make sense on this guy. Like, he's just about to prep for battle. He picked up his giant gun and axe, and then he's going to have his battle mask go down. So I will never use this head. I will simply put that away. But I do wish they would have included some sort of headstand. Now, this is the like Prime 1 store exclusive, which does include this logo, Transformers Dark of the Moon. I think it looks great. It's pretty lightweight. I may, use some putty so it doesn't fly anywhere in case of an earthquake or whatever. But I do like it. I think it adds to the display. Now, Optimus himself, I've had this Optimus for a very long time. Like, I had this for like probably 7 years now. And now we got this one. And I've been trying to compare the two to see, which one I think is better. In terms of just Optimus versus Optimus, paint detail, looking at the windows, all this inner detail in the middle part, and then you look at this one. This has a little bit more like battle damage on it, like right there, versus this one. It's a little bit more clean right there. The windows, although, are dirtier on this one and clean on this one. The paint app is very similar, but this is a little bit more vibrant. Like, this red is a little bit more vibrant than that red. The blue also is slightly more vibrant. The silver is very close, like very close. It's almost indistinguishable. But overall, I think Prime 1 has done some improvements over the years on their Transformers. They've added a little bit extra detail, a little bit more vibrancy in the paint app. The, head sculpts look better. Now, he has these two massive cannons, and they are identical, and they look really freaking cool. There's no swap outs with this guy, but you have so many freaking cannons, and they look really well done. There's you can tell he's been blasting it. Looks like it's been scalded by the fire. It looks really freaking cool. Absolutely amazing. Really, really well done. Now, the Jetwings themselves, the wings, they are massive and incredibly cool. I kind of wish this was on like a middle table so I could see the back part, because as I showed you earlier, there's so much cool detail back there, and it's a shame having it like this. I can't see it. But it is like that, honestly, with every Transformer statue. They have so many cool things to see in the back. Like Starscream has tons of cool jet things as well. They all have cool stuffs, but unfortunately, we can't all have statues in the middle of a room. It just doesn't work that way. But for what it is, on the front part, it does look really cool. I like the double wings, the giant things holding them. So it has a ton of presence, and you can see some of the detail right there. You can see some of the boosters, so it really does add a lot. Man alive. Yeah, this piece has crazy good presence. Now, this cost $4,000. Shockwave was $3,000, and obviously inflation, but I gotta say, I do think this tops Shockwave for me. The dynamic aspect of it, the feeling of flight, really, the vibrant colors of Optimus, that wingspan is insane. The base is just slightly better for me because of all the innards and the rebar and everything. So I think this does top Shockwave for me. It's an absolute masterpiece, 10 out of 10. It's the best Transformer statue out there. To me, this is leagues better than Jet Power as well. Jet Power, for me, I hate the fact you have to have two poles holding it. I hate that. You know, it just begs that it's going to have issues in the future. The fact you have to use poles to support it. And I don't like that pose on it. It's just so museum. It's like literally doing nothing. And I mean, I know everyone who has it pretty much loves it, but it was not for me. I never had interest in buying that. But the moment we saw this at, I forget what con it was, but it was some like Comic-Con or something in China, this is what caught my attention. This and Megatron. And it feels so damn good to finally have both in my collection. At one point, I didn't think I was getting them. I was like, man, I don't have space, but I made sure to make space, and it was definitely worth it. This thing is an absolute true masterpiece. And I gotta say, I mean, it could just be me just getting the statue, but as of right now, I think this is my favorite statue now in my collection. I think this tops Wonder Woman on horse. This just has so much going on. So much. You know, so, I mean, this is definitely the best statue I've received this entire year, no doubt. And in general, my whole life. But we still have Hulkbuster coming, which, according to Mike, it beat Shockwave. Let's see if Hulkbuster can top this. I personally do not think it will at all. I think Jetwing is the best statue out there. I think Hulkbuster could be on par with Shockwave, but it will not top Jetwing. Jetwing has a way better base, more presence, more detail, the dynamic aspect. So all that, you know, alone, you know, to me, I already know this is it. This is it. This is now my favorite statue, folks. And thank frickin' God, 0 issues. Because I had some issues with some other statues I received today. But this, no issues. So I'm going to have to buy some batteries so I can test out the light up on the eyes. I'm never going to use the jetpack. It's in the back. I'm never going to use it. But I do want to test out the eyes. You know, because I feel like it brings the statue to life even more. The guns on the front do not have any light up. Really, the only light up is the eyes and then the back, like jetpacks. But if you guys have a chance to buy this, I do highly recommend it. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can purchase this from Prime One's website. It is in stock. You know, I do highly, highly recommend it. Unfortunately, it does fit. You know, a lot of people were thinking it wouldn't fit when I was saying where I was going to put it. But if you look, it's not blocking anything, actually. Those wings are going right above him, behind there. The only thing that's kind of close is that gun to there, but it's still, you know, like a good 1.5 inches away. So fortunately, it does fit, and I am extremely happy. Now, the unfortunate part is it's super late. I can't watch Transformers Dark of the Moon right now. It's just too late. I'm tired. It's Christmas Eve. I gotta go spend time with my wife. But I will watch it tomorrow. So I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, and I'm happy to bring, you know, my favorite statue of all time now on Christmas Day to you guys. What a fabulous Christmas gift to me. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.